Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Know your soul. Know your soul.
What's going on, tribe? Your boy Dirty Folks. I just wanted to say something real quick to you guys. Something that woke up on my mind this morning. Everything's men's fault, which means everything's men's fix. If everything's men's fault, that means nothing's women's fault. And you have to accept that. If nothing's a woman's fault, then that means that they don't have any responsibility for the decisions that they make, which means that they were supposed to be your decisions because you're the ones that have to fix it. It's just common sense stuff here. When people tell you that women create culture, it's bullshit. Women do teach culture. Women don't create culture. You know why? Because when the culture is bad, they tell men he needs to step up, which means that if you let women run your culture, you fucked up. These are very common sense things. I need you guys not to run from natural law. Don't let the new normal confuse you from the old natural. Really quickly, man, I woke up this morning and I've been really frustrated about a lot of things. Some that were totally under my control, some that were not. We just bought a new call center. It's down. Not my system. Not my fault. But my responsibility to the employees and to the clients because they don't want to hear the excuses. The fact that people have supported Nosha Organic, and I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all so awesome. But the fact our funnel system and our alert system wasn't going, so we had orders, back orders that were there so long that you guys got automatic refunds. That's my fault, my fix. Regardless who was supposed to be handling it. The fact that when my man's called me yesterday, said, man, you was the first one I ever heard talking about natural soap and deodorants. This was 6 years ago. We started No Show Organic. I shot in 2015. We started in 2016. We should be on top of the game right now. Nobody cares that the dude whose only job was to manufacture the product, every time he got a fat bitch to say she loved him, he'll stop working until she sent him to jail for a minute. And then he be in jail giving jailhouse promises. When I get out, I'll do better this time. It's nobody else's fault but mine that he wasn't replaced or dealt with it a different type of way. Because even though we both look like men, everybody don't operate as men. It's not my fault that niggas are so emotional that when they see you stand on your square, they think it's a challenge. It's a lot of motherfuckers with that I ain't no punk energy. And you know who has I ain't no punk energy? Punks. Niggas who ain't no punks ain't gotta say it. And they ain't gotta try to prove it to nobody else. Nobody cares whose fault it is when things go wrong. But everybody wants to blame somebody. We living in a culture where it's so effeminate that everybody blames somebody, but nobody wants to listen to the man in the room, so they let the government be the man in the room. They're volunteering for slavery. Every time they say we need new laws, they're volunteering for slavery. Because they're saying that not only do they not have self-control, but they don't have any control over anybody else, and they haven't trained anybody else on how to act in such a way. That's what that shit means. It means they didn't train their toddlers. They didn't train their actual toddlers, their children. They don't have any pull in their community. They can't make nothing move. because they say women create culture, which means they hiding behind a skirt because it's their job to create culture. It's women's job to teach what she's trained to teach. That happens in every aspect of life. You teach what you train to teach. That's why teachers got to go to seminars and shit all the time because they have to learn what to teach next. We're gonna teach LGBT. Okay, we teach LBGT. I gotta go get trained on how to teach my kids how to be gay. We're gonna teach critical race theory. Okay, we're gonna teach critical race theory. I gotta go get trained on how to tell white people that black people are perpetual victims and they want to be slaves. Even your teachers have to get trained on what the new law and policy is. But that law and policy is supposed to come from men. So your fault, your fix. And if it's your fix, it don't matter what nobody else got to say. Because they ain't fixing, they just complaining. So I just want to tell you guys to man up, tribe up. Ain't no big ass little U's. You ain't the only good motherfucking man. You're not. You may be a good man, because men are awesome, but you're not the only good man. See the good in your brethren as well. Love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. And take your goddamn tolerology, man, so you can learn how to train people not to fuck up your life. Don't let pride come before the fall, baby. I can do that, I got girls. You get pussy. You ain't trained these hoes. You think fried chicken is enough. So take your tolerology. Support your brethren. I appreciate the support you guys have for the channel, for me personally. We gonna get this cracking, man. Tribe up.
Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Know your soul. Know your soul.
Toddler tales are crazy stories that could only happen to me. Each tale is endorsed by Toddlerology and the Marry Your Secretary courses. In a world where toddlers are only loyal to her employer, learn the skills needed to train your toddler to work at your relationship like she works at her job. There's courses for every level of your relationship status, including polygamy. Need support? Join scheduled study groups with other Toddlerology members. Click the link below. And now, back to today's story.